Oleksandr Usyk is that guy. Like, there is no debate about it. He is the man. He goes out and becomes unified at cruiserweight, undisputed at heavyweight. And it's not just undisputed at heavyweight, as though that wasn't crazy enough. Think about the fact that the man toppled everybody in the division. All the giants of the division. Goes out, beats Anthony Joshua twice, beats Daniel Dubois, and then goes out and beats Tyson Fury twice. Goes out and wins the belts with a split decision. Says, that's not quite good enough. There's people who want to doubt it. There's people who want to dispute it. I'm going to go out. How could the undisputed be under dispute? I'm going to go out there, smash him 8 rounds to 4 in the rematch, and definitively take the belt. So what do we say about him now? Where do we put Usyk when we're talking about him? I mean, we got to talk about him as the greatest heavyweight of his division. But it was also at cruiserweight. So now do we talk about him as the greatest fighter of his generation? Are we putting him number 1 on the pound for pound list above Terrence Crawford with the performance that he put out? I think for starters, we have to make this man fighter of the year for 2024. He goes out here and beats Tyson Fury twice. When you look at the physical advantages that Tyson Fury came into this fight with, what's he, 5-6 inches taller? 40 pounds heavier in the first one or something like that, 50 pounds heavier in this one. I mean, these are ridiculous numbers. Usyk goes out and floors him and goes out and boxes his ears off in this one. And look, it wasn't like he just came out there and was able to easily defeat this giant by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Fury is a wonderful boxer. Fury is the things that he does with the movement. He was better in this fight. Fury came out and he was better in this fight. Early on, through the first 4 rounds, it's 50-50 fight, right? We see Fury out there. He's using the jab better. He's using the movement better. He's holding his ground, right? A lot of people like to say that he was being aggressive. Well, I don't want to go so far as calling him aggressive, but he's holding his ground. He's using his jab a lot better. He's using the feints a lot better. He's disabling the lead hand of Usyk a little bit more in the way that he's doing things. All in all, just really good. He's looking great. 5th round comes, best round of the fight for Fury. Goes out there and lands a really good lead uppercut, gets some good work to the body done. At that point is when the live odds had Usyk at his biggest moment as an underdog. Wasn't looking good for him. He needs to come out there. He needs to turn the tide. And that's exactly what the man does. He answers the call, comes out, and wins 6 of the last 7 rounds. Does it in dominant fashion. Comes out, gets more aggressive, gets on that front foot, starts to push Fury back, finds a way to start landing that left hand, finds a way to start going to the body more solidly. Never accepts the clinch so that he's able to get punches off and he's able to constantly turn Fury and keep him off balance. Man, it was great work. Great work at a time when we were looking at the heavyweights as these super-sized guys, the biggest that we had ever seen in the history of boxing in a lot of ways. And then we see Usyk, 6'3", undersized by many people who look at the heavyweight division, and all he does is just go out there and completely dominate. Beats everybody, completely dominates. So what does he do at this point? Because if he were to just hang up the belts and walk off into the sunset, what would we do? I mean, obviously, Daniel Dubois, he's over there. He wants to make things happen. He's got this fight scheduled with Joe Parker, but he wants to take that IBF belt and try and roll that up into getting more belts and trying to get the fame from Usyk. He's probably looking, he's going to say, hey, I need to just hammer in the media about how this body shot was a real body shot and it wasn't low and I'm really supposed to be the man, but we all know what the consensus opinion is on that one. So what do you want to see Usyk do next? After he went out there and he beat Fury the first time by split decision, goes out there and fights a better Fury in the second one and dominates him with a unanimous decision, 8 rounds to 4, right? 116, 112. What do we want to see from him next? What do you want to see from Fury next? Because Fury was the man, dude. Like, as we watched over the years, as the belt got handed over from Klitschko, for a while, people thought Deontay Wilder was the man. For a while, people thought Tyson Fury was the man. For a while, there was just this talk of what it was going to be and who's going to emerge and who's going to be the man. And, oh, is it going to be Anthony Joshua? And look at the skills that he has and the athleticism and the size. And Usyk. Usyk is the guy who ends up coming out on top. When everybody else, when it's all said and done and the smoke clears, one guy holding the belts, Oleksandr Usyk. So is he going to ride off in the sunset? He said he wants to continue fighting. Who do we want to see him fight next? What's left on the table? What are we going to see from Fury? Is he a man who's going to come out here and continue to fight? Or is he just past his prime at this point? He's made the mention that he's like, I've tried to retire, but I can't walk away from it. I can't hang it up. It's calling my name. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Either way, fascinating 2 fights from these gentlemen. I certainly don't want to see a third. I want to see Usyk either ride off into the sunset or go out there and continue to work his craft against others. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen with this fight from Daniel Dubois on February 22nd? And if he emerges from that victorious like most people expect him to, do you want to see another fight between him and Usyk? Let me know.